shiso. We're doing tempura. We're going to have a little sashimi for those fish lovers in the audience.
Tomato paste, butter, garlic, caraway seeds, lemon zest. I'm about to add huge quantities of chopped onions, as you see here, but I'm trying to mix it up a little bit first.
Garlic, pepper, olive oil, cucumber, basil, tarragon.
1 cup of water, half cup of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of dry mustard,
cumin, yogurt, cucumber, both mashed up and then just chopped up.
a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 bay leaf, 2 tablespoons of paprika, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, salt and pepper,
Making Kathy's curry with a K, and zucchini curry soup, and eggplant raita.
I'm going to go upstairs now and cook some little soup, I think. Chicken curry now. Oh, sorry.
40 gloves of garlic chicken, and I think I will put at least 12 to 13 gloves of chicken per serving. I mean, clove of garlic per chicken serving, and they will make some moule. À la pêche, moule, 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 je ne veux plus y aller, maman. You know, this is a very, very famous French song about mussel. Mussel is very popular in France, the north of France, and it also in the Mediterranean. We use it a lot, we eat it a lot, it's very good. And the third dish is going to be more kind of a hearty dish, a Bangkok. Supposedly very enjoy this dish very much. It is called the pot-au-feu Provençal. And so this is cooking, it takes a very long time to cook, but as you know, probably the longer it cooks, the better it tastes. Yes?
Je n'en ai pas le sentiment tragique. Il est, hélas, de plus en plus rare d'être troublé, puisqu'à l'imitation des écrits qui parlent d'écriture, les femmes, les hommes, parlent de plus volontiers librement d'eux-mêmes à des fins confessionnelles. Se raconter dans l'espoir d'être guéri au lieu d'attendre d'être blessé, d'être compris au lieu d'être rapté. Ne plus considérer l'autre comme un miroir, une fontaine, mais comme un analyste aplanit terriblement le monde.
You know, some people are really stupid. What they do is like they start cutting the whole thing, you know, they start cutting here and there a little bit, and you know, they end up with pieces like this. Wrong. Not only that you lose a lot of time, it also doesn't look good, you know, it's just not good, it's a big mess. So what you do is, you cut it in half, let's pretend that, you know, cut it in half, then you cut it in like 4 or 5 stripes, see? So easy. Oh. And then you go.
Oh, you never taught me that at school either.
Alright. Now I'm going to show you how to put some pepper on this, you know? Usually people go like wrong, because you see it all goes in one spot. What you do is okay. Und Kokosnuss, genau. Das ist eigentlich ein afrikanisches. Filmst du? Ja. Woran kann ich eigentlich sehen? Du hast gar kein rotes Licht. Kein rotes Licht. Ich weiß das nicht, ob du filmst.
Well, since it is my old family recipe, it's like joy of cooking, which is the only cookbook my mother had.
You don't do much cooking on safari because you can't cook. But what you do is you invent things to eat because, you know, you get so tired of eating safari food that you invent stuff. And if it's successful, you take all the credit for it. And if it's awful, you blame it on the cook.
That.
I think I ate as a reaction to what I grew up with. You know, it's the oldest of 6 kids. We had everything instant, like, you know, minute rice, crabs, macaroni and cheese, you know, meat and potatoes, frozen vegetables, you know, wrapped. When the parents went out, we had the babysitter, we had Swanson's TV dinners, or frozen pizzas, or, you know, SpaghettiOs.
This is what I used to give the Queen every morning. She'd get up in the morning and the first thing she'd say would be lentil soup. So we'd have to send down to the kitchen and get lentil soup for her. She used to wake me up at 7 o'clock in the morning when she got up.
All right, and this is Jimmy. It's named kind of after my father. Anyway, I used to grow Jimmy when I was a little kid, actually, in Texas. Jimmy, you couldn't grow it in Texas, actually. It's funny, but I just
how do you say, people eat greens and rice, vegetarian and all that, the whole story. And I adapted to this, as I usually like to do when I live with a man. And so I started living there, and our main occupation was food, because we were eating our own food. We would grow our vegetables and make our cheese and make our wine and live from food, because we would sell jellies and honey and cheese in the village. So I happened just to be taking care of food in an average of 10 hours a day. You know, if it was not for me, it was to make money. And I got so horrified with it that when I finally left this house, this man, and this way of life, when I arrived in Paris in my house, I just could not touch, I could hardly boil water.
I remember the first time I went to a fast food place. I was 13, and I went to sleep over at a friend's house, and her mom took us out to McDonald's, and this was a really exciting experience for me because this kind of food had been forbidden to me. My mother thought it was total anathema, so I acquired a taste for it later in life. I had a boyfriend who regarded himself as a fast food expert, and he sort of toured me through the fast food of America. Wendy's, Carl's, you name it.
Jimmy, wait. Whoa! What do you know about that? Go back over there. Don't burn yourself more than necessary. Honey, hurt yourself.
Limbo, purgatory, heaven or hell. Oops.
Oh, the cookies. Wait a minute.
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
No, those are the...
Yeah. Ow.
Here at Limbo, we feed them and make them fat. No. We feed them and fatten them, right? Oh. We feed them and fatten them.
Well, I'm actually half Japanese. My father was in the occupation forces in Japan right after World War II, and my mother was actually a telephone operator at the local base there, and they actually met over the phone. From my father talking to her on the phone, they fell in love and ended up getting married, much to my grandparents, my mother's parents' dismay. They didn't like the idea of she marrying a non-Japanese, and basically was ostracized from the family for a long time. Growing up as a child, we always had Japanese food in the house, much more so than like American food. My father enjoyed Japanese food, so it was never any problem. I learned how to cook through my mother, and she never really had any kind of recipes or anything. It's just basically you watch.
Actually, this is the traditional Christmas
dinner?
Yeah. Traditional folk dinner, anything. Pork, black beans, rice, yuca. Yeah, this is kind of like the traditional Cuban meal. Like your turkey. And you don't use plates, and you use banana leaves as your plates. Yeah. That's if you really want to go traditional. And everybody's drunk, so they can't use forks and knives anyways. So they're better off to eat with their fingers.
Doesn't that look good?
We got 8 ounces in a cup, 16 ounces of butter in a pound. So 2 cups of butter in a pound. We need 3/4 of 1 cup. So we need 6 ounces. Right.
How many cups in a quart? How many cups in a quart?
How many cups in a quart?
What's 3/4 and 3/4? I'm doubling. 3/4 and 3/4 is
Cup and a half.
cup and a half.
And what are you making tonight?
This is quail with bush, sagebush, tarragon, or rosemary, depending on which bush you pick. And then there's a risotto, wild rice, or potatoes gratin.
To me, cooking is like painting. You have to mix flavors the same way you mix colors. So I began to play with mint and hot peppers and onion, garlic, and I came out with a combination of flavors that I really like. Pues, ¿qué te diré? Este es un pollo que va a matar a todos de lo picante. No, espero que no. Es pollo con chipotle. Mi mamá, my mommy, she teach me my first cooking lesson. This is an adaptation of one of her recipes.
I'm cheating. This is the Filipino family cookbook. This is my mother made this with all the other moms and all the other cooks. I always loved pineapple upside down cake. And the other thing is pancit bihon that I'm going to make. So here we go.
The balloon is, it's really hot. It's a pretty much developed egg. There's a fetus inside. It's either a duck or a chicken fetus. And when you open it up, you can see the beak and the legs of the...
This is a Philippine...
It's a Philippine delicacy. Here we have Yolanda. This is Yolanda. Meet Yolanda. Say hello, hello, hello. Here we have Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth. Oh, hi, hi. This is Maria. Hi, everybody. My name is Maria. And here we have Janine. Hi, hi. And they will be playing the part of the chicken tonight.
times have you made this?
First time.
Oh, well, the first time.
The rest I did it before.
It's a very fun cooking.
I just feel it's really coming on.
He calls me a drama queen and he thinks it's a compliment. Oh shit.
Special spice you cannot find in the US.
See, this is how you make a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
Good. The drink of France. Through the Marseillaise.
That round took a lot out of it.
Got it.
Ate our strength.
Ready for another?
Come by, come by.
Actually, my mom was a really good cook.
Your mom?
Yeah. Of all Italian foods. Italian and Polish foods. As far as vegetables go, everything came out of a can. It's a World War II scare, bomb shelter mentality. Everything's always stocked in cans. We didn't have a bomb shelter, but our pantry looked like one.